I suppose this is an area where research can complement production and statistical agencies. So there's a lot of interest in metrics around these issues, but there are lots of hurdles in actually pulling this off. And I guess, like you say, they could, in some cases, supplement the national accounts or be in addition to them.
Absolutely, and this is, I think, an area that is specifically interesting and that I also find fascinating, is how can we carry out research that is at this interface between the official statistics and provide sort of supplementary information to what we see in the general production. I mean, it's true for area, we talked about environment so far, but there are many questions around the digital economy as well, where you can look precisely at such supplementary pieces of information. One example is the work that is carried out in the digital economy lab in Stanford, where the question is raised about the fact that people use digital products that are for free, and so they have a price of zero. Thereby, do they not appear in GDP, or where do they appear in our accounting framework? And are there any welfare effects that are being lost by the fact that those business models are such that there is no purchase price for these products? And the Digital Economy Lab, they are developing methods that are able to supplement our standard accounts and shed some light on these issues. So indeed, where research and these practical questions come together, I think is a very fruitful way of exploring the field.
And you also highlighted a few other advances in your talk yesterday. I mean, is that something you'd like to see implemented more broadly?
I think it's there's a lot of research that need to be done before implementation, because implementation means you're really moving into statistical production, and ideally, as I said before, in a way that is internationally harmonized and carried out by as many countries as possible at the same time. And you can immediately see there's a trade-off here as well between sort of operating at the frontier of accounting for things and creating national accounts that are solid and robust and comparable across countries. But I think certainly work along the lines that I just mentioned, dealing with the digital economy, measuring the value of unpriced products, but also moving or going further in this borderline between the economic and the environmental accounts is something that is definitely very important.
Well, thank you very much for your talk and your time, and it's been an absolute pleasure to learn about these things.
My pleasure. Thank you.